Our CES 2019 coverage is brought to you by the D-brand Grip and Prism Screen Protector. You can check them out at the link in the video description. So we're here in the LG booth where they actually downplayed the kind of monitor stuff they were showing off. They were like, oh yeah, I don't really know if we have that much this year. But some of this stuff, even though it's iterative improvements, is actually a big difference over what we've seen before. So first of all, we've got the ultra-wide monitor curve 49WL95C, and it's a lot cooler than it sounds. So just like Samsung's recent 49-inch, very, very wide, what are these, like 32:9 aspect ratio? Yeah, 32:9 aspect ratio display. It's really, really wide, it's curved, and it's optimized for kind of a combination, I guess, of productivity and or super immersive gaming. But unlike Samsung's, instead of being limited to a 1080 vertical resolution, which means that the entire image looked kind of grainy, LG has gone one better, and they've delivered a 5120 by 1440 resolution on this thing. So the image is much, much finer. Now this means for gamers, you're gonna have a pretty hard time driving it, because this is effectively kind of a shortened 5K monitor, but frankly, you won't be worried about that anyway because it only runs at 60 Hertz. But there's good news. Over here. Oh, I was gonna walk out of the frame, but sure, we can work with this. This is the 38GL950G, and this is a whole other ball of wax. Now, I had given LG a hard time in the past for selling gaming monitors that didn't have support for NVIDIA's G-Sync. And here they are, their timing's impeccable. Right as NVIDIA announced that regular adaptive sync displays can run G-Sync now, LG's here with the G-Sync module in their monitor. But that's not to say that having a G-Sync module is pointless even now, because it means that you've got a very, very wide variable refresh rate window. It means you've got support for adaptive pixel overdrive, so you're not going to get more or less smearing depending on the refresh rate of the display. And in this case, it means because they're using the module, they can drive this thing at 3840 by 1600, which is the same as the 38-inch ultra-wide that's on my desk, except that instead of 75 Hertz, they have nearly doubled that to 144 Hertz native, and it can actually overclock to 175. Now, all of that is with a nano IPS panel. That means 98% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage. Like, this thing is basically best of all worlds that I can really identify. Oh, and if you're into it, it's got this reactive lighting thing that goes on that you can either have sync up with your video or your audio, or with the download, you can set it to just like some color if you want. Now, it's not coming anytime soon. They have no pricing information for us whatsoever, but hey, the future is now, later. Bringing us somewhat awkwardly and abruptly to this thing. So the only notes I have about the 38CK950N is that there's no pricing available at this time. That's pretty much all I got. I'm gonna have to wing the rest of this. So this is a weird product, okay? So this is, what is it? 3840 by 1600. Yeah, that's right. It's got a webcam built into it, right up there at the top. It's 60 Hertz, so nothing groundbreaking as far as that goes. So this is just like the monitor on my desk, except that it's got a computer built into it. So it's got a Ryzen 3 APU with 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of SSD storage, and like no OS pre-installed on it. It seems to be like kind of a business-to-business play, but it's like backwards. Normally you'd have the system division slap a display on a computer, and in this case, we've got the monitor division slapping a computer into a display. So it's like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What is this? Why do you think it exists? I'd love to hear from you. There's one thing that I can tell you why it exists though, and that is the D-brand Grip. It's a super grippy case with precision cutouts for your camera, your fingerprint sensor. It's got super clicky buttons, and of course it's D-brand, so you can customize the look with any of their fabulous D-brand skins. And they're also promoting their Prism Screen Protector. This thing, okay, it's not actually on this phone, but don't worry about that. This thing is unbelievable. So they've got a cool little applicator that makes it so you get a perfect application every time. It feels really glassy from the front. Nothing about this demo is staged. I was absolutely dumbstruck. So check out both the Grip and the Prism at the link in the video description, and we will see you guys at the next CES booth. Hey, come on, I'm trying to... Oh, right, I guess there's the gram. There's new grams. This one looks pretty cool. We're gonna review it really soon. Our review unit's like in the mail. 16 by 10 display.